Hi students, in this video we will discuss about the determinants. Only square matrices have determinants, right? So if you take the square matrix of order 1, so this one by 1, so determinant of this matrix is denoted by this symbol. It is a determinant symbol, not modulus, right? Or you can write like this also, det of A, and defined as determinant of a matrix only order 1 is that's it, itself only you will get A. And if you take the determinant of a matrix order 2, that is A11, determinant of the matrix order 2, A11, A12, A21, A22, right? So this determinant of this A is denoted by like this, or data of A, like this we have to write, or data of A, right? And defined as, so that position of that element actually, so definition of the determinant is different, but that is not useful. So like this we will get M is the suppose, so definition if you take M be the set of all square matrices. M be the set of all square matrices if you take, and K be the set of all real numbers or complex numbers if you take. A function f is which is mapping from M to K and defined by f of A equal to K. Here this A we will take from this set of square matrices, and this K will take from this capital K, means where A is belongs to capital M and this K is belongs to this capital K, right? So then this f of A is called determinant of the matrix A, denoted by like this, right? This is the definition of the determinant actually, right? Now but here we want what is determinant and how to use, that only important. So if you take the determinant means a square matrix of order 2, so determinant if you take, so the position of this element means first row first column, means like this you have to take -1 whole to the power of first row first column, and multiply this element, and delete this first row and first column remaining matrix, means remaining determinant or remaining element. This is A22, right? Plus, so if you expanding along here, expanding along R1, means this is R1 and this is R2, this is C1 and this is C2, right? If you expanding along if you expand along first row, so here if you take the position of this element is 1 -1 whole to the power of 1 plus 2, and multiply with this element with what, eliminate this row and this column, and remaining element is A21. So this is the what, determinant of the 2 by 2 matrix. If you simplify, so what you will get, -1 whole to the power of 1 plus 1 is plus, so A11 A22, -1 whole to the power of 1 plus 2 means negative, so minus you will get A12 A21. Actual the what, so determinant of 2 by 2 matrix is this one. Otherwise directly you can take like this also. If you take A equal to A11 A12 A21 and A22, right? So that implies determinant of A equal to, actually you have to write like this. So A11, A12, A21, A22, after taking this one, just we have to multiply, cross multiplication like this. So what we will get, that is A11, A22, A11, A22. Between these two minus we have to take and multiply these two. A21, A12. That only you will get. Okay, no? So this is the determinant of the square matrix of order 2. But square matrix of order 1 is itself you will get, that is that element only. Next, suppose if you take determinant of order 3, so a square matrix of order 3 if you take, how to take the determinant of that one? So A equal to, suppose if you take A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, next A31, A32 and A33. If you take, so determinant of A is denoted by like this, A11, A12, A13, next A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. After that, so how to take the determinant of the matrix 3? That is equal to, so here position of this element is minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 1. Eliminate first row and first column. Eliminate first row and first column. So what you will get, this is A11 into, so after eliminating first row and first column, what is remaining? This one remaining. A22, A23, A32, A33, right? Next, plus, so here this element minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 2. So multiply this element 1, A12, eliminate first row, first column. So if you eliminate first row and first row, second column, first row and second column, what is remaining? Determinant of 2 by 2 matrix, A21, A23, next A31, A33. So after eliminating this one and this one, plus, come to this element, means here we are expanding along R1, means expanding along first row. If you expand along second row or third row or first column, second column, third column, same answer you will get. You can expand any row along or any column. Now plus minus 1 whole to the power of, position of this element is first row and third column, into A13 we have to take, eliminate first row and third column. So what is remaining? That is A21, A22, A21, A22, next A31, A31, A32. So carefully once again observe. So position of this element minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 1 we have to take, and A1 there is no logic, according to the definition we are taking that set. So A11 minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 1, A11, eliminate first row, first column, and this is A22, A23, 32 and 33. Next come to second one, plus minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 2 and multiply with element A12, eliminate first row and second column, A21, A23, A31, A33, right? Next eliminate, so here take this one, minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 3, A13, eliminate first row and second column, so A21, A22, A21 and A22 and A31, A32. After that, final simplification what we have to do like this. So here we are expanding along first row, no? So minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 1, positive. So A11 into, already we know that 2 by 2 determinant. So this cross multiplication and minus this cross multiplication means A22, A33 minus this one A23, A23, A32. Next here minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 3, power odd, minus 1 whole to the power of odd means minus A12, A12 and 2 by 2 matrix, A21, A33, these two multiplication minus these two multiplication A23, A31. Next, come to this one, minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 3 positive, A13, cross multiplication. So A21, 2 by 2 determinant, A21, A32, minus A31 and A22. So if you simplify this one, so final answer you will get. So this is the 3 by 3 determinant. So instead of taking this one, you can take like this also. If you expand along first row, first it starts with your plus, minus, plus. Suppose if you expand along second row, minus, plus, minus. If you expand third row, so you can take here plus, minus, plus. Alternately you will get plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Because position of element minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 1 positive, here negative, here positive, minus 1 whole to the power of 1 plus 3. So but so to get easily answer, expanding along which row and which column we have to along which row we have to expand, or along which column we have to expand, which column or which row contains maximum number of zeros. If along that row a row which contains maximum number of zeros, or maximum number of a column which contains maximum number of zeros, along that row or along that column if you expand, so then easily you will get the answer, right? Next, properties. Actually, properties of determinants from the syllabus removed, right? Completely not there. But some properties definitely you should know, you should learn, because in any entrance, so structure of the problem means solution of the problem they won't ask, answer they will ask. So sometimes these properties also useful. So that's why at least minimum number of properties you should learn, right? And now, so that is the first property. Suppose if you take delta equal to determinant of this one A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, right? So delta dash is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of the delta, that is A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3, right? So delta is this determinant. Delta dash is what? Delta dash is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of this one. Means if it is a determinant of A, means this is the determinant of A transpose, right? Suppose if you simplify, if you get the K value, if you simplify this one, also you will get what? K only. Means delta dash equal to delta only. Means determinant of A equal to determinant of A transpose. This is important property. Determinant of A is equal to determinant of A transpose. Means determinant of a matrix or a determinant which is obtained by interchanging the rows and columns also same as determinant of this one only. This is the first property. Means in the simple manner I am explaining. Next, second property. Means first property is what? Determinant of A equal to determinant of A transpose. Second property is suppose if delta equal to A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3, C3. This is the determinant of this one matrix that is denoted by delta. And if this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Suppose if you interchange these two, so that is delta dash equal to what? So here A2, B2, C2 getting, here A1, B1, C1 getting, and A3, B3, C3 is there. If you simplify along the first row or second row, third row, already you know that how to take the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix. Suppose if you get k value, if you simplify here, definitely what you will get, minus k you will get. Suppose if you get here minus k, here you will get minus of minus equal to k you will get. Means what is the conclusion? If you in a determinant, if you interchange any two rows or any two columns, then the value of the determinant, means sign of the determinant is changes, right? In a determinant, if it interchanges any two rows or any two columns, then sign of the determinant is what? Changes, right? So this is the second determinant, means the second property, means you are interchanging any two rows or any two columns, sign of the determinant is changes. Means this is means nothing but delta dash equal to minus delta. Next, third property. Third property, that is suppose here delta equal to A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, right? So here in the third column, third row, again A1, B1, C1 I am taking. Means these two rows are same, means identical. Means in a determinant, any two rows or any two columns are identical or same, then the value of the determinant is definitely what we will get? 0. Right? The value of the determinant is what? 0. In the determinant, any two rows or any two columns are same. So definitely if you simplify this one, you will get what? 0 answer. Right? Next, fourth determinant. So fourth property, that is delta equal to, so here k into A1, k into B1, k into C1, and A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3 is there. So delta dash equal to, if you take k into A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, and A3, B3, C3 you will get. Means nothing but delta dash equal to k into what? So like this you will get. Means only simple thing here, see. So this is if any row or any column multiplied by any constant in a determinant, any row or any column multiplied by one non-zero constant, then determinant multiplied by k, right? Means nothing but, suppose here this column, this row contains multiplication of k. So k into A1, k into B1, k into C1. So this can be written as k into A1, A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3, like this we have to write. Suppose here also k is there. So here what will get? K square you will get. Means here also k and here also k common. Suppose here also k is there. Here what you will get? K cube you will get. K like that, right? Means what is the here some difference of scalar multiple and this determinant difference you should know. Listen here, k into, suppose A1, B1, C1 is there, A2, B2, C2 is there, A3, B3 and C3 is there. Means in the matrix, this is matrix. So what we will do? We have to multiply this each and every element with k. That is what? Multiplication of a matrix by a scalar. But in determinant, So only one row, from one row you will get what? K. But here also K is there means K square you will get. Here also K is there means K cube. That difference you should know. So in the determinant, from one row 1K, another row another K, into third row third K. But this is the scalar multiplication of the matrix. That is the difference between determinant and matrix. So what is the property? In a determinant, any row or column multiplied by a non-zero constant, then matrix this determinant multiplied by K, or that value of the determinant, this is multiplied by K, right? Next, fifth one, that is suppose one determinant is there like this: a1 plus k, a2 plus k, and a3 plus k, and b1 c1 b1 and b2 b3, next c1 c2 c3 is there. Means you can write this as a1 a2 a3 b1 b2 b3 c1 c2 c3 plus k k k, next what? b1 b2 b3 c1 c2 c3. Means what you are observing here? In a determinant, any row or column contains sum of the two terms, then you can write that can be expressed as sum of the two determinants. What? In a determinant, any row or column contains sum of the two terms, then that can be expressed as, or that determinant can be expressed as sum of the two determinants. Means along this one a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c is one determinant, and along this one these two same, so k k k and remaining two same, like that we will write. This is the fifth determinant, right? But so these properties already I told deleted, but these, at least these properties you should remember. Next continuation and remaining properties definitely you have to remember, because to solve the problem within 1 minute, these properties useful and remaining properties most useful. That is the sixth one, that is the determinant of Ka equal to k power n into determinant of A. Determinant of Ka equal to what? K power n into determinant of A, where n equal to order of the matrix. Order of the matrix. Or you can write like this also: determinant of Ka equal to k power n into determinant of A. So like this. Okay. Next property, that is determinant of AB equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. Or you can write determinant of AB equal to determinant of A into determinant of B, where A comma B are square matrices of same order. Where A comma B are square matrices. Square matrices of same order. Right? Next, eighth property I will take, that is determinant of identity matrix. Suppose A equal to, so our identity matrix is denoted by capital I, 1001. This is the identity matrix of order 2. If you take the determinant of this one 1001, what will get? 1 minus what will get? 0, that is equal to 1. Or if you take the 3 by 3 matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, if you take the determinant of this matrix, also what will get? 1. Means identity matrix of order n equal to what? Determinant of order n, whatever it may be. Here if you take so here plus minus plus, if you expanding along first row, what will get plus 1 into eliminate first row, first column. So what is remaining? So determinant of 1 0 0 1 you have to do. So that's why 1 minus 0 1 you will get. So this is 0 and this is 0 means remaining 0 0 only you will get, that is equal to 1. Means determinant of identity matrix equal to what? 1 you will get. Suppose this is the 8th property, and 9th one is, suppose A equal to 1 0 0 and 2 3 0 and 4 5 0 6 is there. So this is a matrix. Once you observe here, if you take like this, one triangle you are getting. So that's why this is called lower triangular matrix. This is called what? Lower triangular matrix. Suppose one more matrix if you take, that is 1 2 3 and 0 4 5 and 0 0 6. If you observe this one, here also one more triangle getting. This is called upper triangular matrix. So if you take the determinant of either lower triangular matrix or upper triangular matrix, if you take the determinant of this one, just you will get the answer 1 into 3 into 6. 1 into 3 into 6, that is equal to 18 you will get. If you take the determinant of this one, you will get this principal diagonal elements 1 into 4 into 6. Means a triangular matrix, either upper triangular or lower triangular. If you take the determinant of that one, you will get the answer is product of the principal diagonal elements. Product of the what? Product of the principal diagonal elements. So determinant of the triangular matrix is product of the principal diagonal elements. Like this is there means just to multiply these two, that is our determinant you will get. This is the 9th property. So these properties are important. Next, suppose already you know that skew symmetric matrix. Suppose A equal to, we know that in skew symmetric matrix principal diagonal elements 0. So like this 0 1 minus 2 and minus 1 0 4 and plus 2 minus 4 0. So how to identify this skew symmetric matrix? Principal diagonal element 0 and these two opposite sign, these two opposite sign and these two opposite sign is there, means definitely what you will get if you take the A transpose, then minus A you will get. Then it is a skew symmetric matrix of order 3. Order 3 means odd order. Odd order means a skew if you take the determinant of this one, definitely what you will get 0 you will get, right? So determinant of a skew symmetric matrix of odd order is what? 0. Determinant of a skew symmetric matrix of odd order is what? 0. But what about the even order? A perfect square. A perfect square. Suppose if you take one example, that is 0 4 minus 4 0, this is a skew symmetric matrix. If you take the determinant of this one 0 minus of these two minus 16, that is equal to 4 square. So 1 square, non-zero perfect square, 1 square 2 square 3 square, like this you will get. Okay, no? Like that we have to take. Next property, that is by using the determinants we can find the area of the triangle also. Area of a triangle formed by the points A x1 comma y1, B x2 comma y2 and C x3 comma y3 is area of the triangle formed by the points, 3 points is, so if you denote, that is delta 1 by 2 into, this is modulus and this is determinant. you will get x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1, x3 y3 1. Based on this one, I will give the problems in the next video. First, in this video, if you complete all the synopsis of the at least determinants and minors and cofactors, then in the next video, so we can plan the problems based on this one, right? Now 1 by 2 determinant of x1 means here modulus, because area always positive, so that's why you have to take modulus. Otherwise you can write like this also, 1 by 2 mod of determinant of x1 y1 1 and x2 y2 1 and x3 y3 1, like this. So by using the determinants, how to find the area of the triangle means this is the formula, right? Next, suppose the area of the triangle formed by the points means next point, that is next property. Area of the triangle formed by 3 collinear points, x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 is 0. Area of the triangle formed by 3 collinear points. Collinear points means that 3 points lies on the same line. If 3 points lies on the same line, you won't get any triangle. So area of the triangle is what? 0 you will get. So then what is our condition? So determinant of, that is x1 y1 1, x2 y2 1, x3 y3 1 equal to 0 you will get. So sometimes they will ask the problem like this. If the 3 collinear points x1 1 2 k3 4 5, so if these 3 points are collinear, then find out the k value. Means if you take this determinant equal to 0, then what unknown value you will get. Okay, no? Right. By using the determinants, we can find the equation of the line also. So that is next property. That is equation of the line joining the points A x1 comma y1, B x2 comma y2, and okay, A x1 comma y1, B x2 comma y2 is determinant of x y1, x1 y1 1 and x2 y2 1 equal to 0. This is the formula for finding the equation of the line joining the 2 points or passing through the 2 points x1 comma y1, b x2 comma y2 is xy1, x1 y1 1 and x2 y2 1 equal to 0, right? So these 3 formulas based on area of the triangle formed by the 3 points, and the 3 points are collinear means what is the condition, and the equation of the line joining the 2 points, right?